Welcome beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, and in today's video I'll be going through the ongoing negotiations between Paris Saint-Germain and the mayor of Paris for the Parc de France. So let's get straight into this. First report here, PSG don't own the Parc de France, although they want to undertake a 500 million stadium expansion at its 60,000 capacity. They won't do so unless they own it first. The City Council of Paris is asking for crazy money, 4 times above the market value, and this was way back in February. And after that, it also came out. The Parc de France is said to be worth 350 million euros according to a Paris urban department, but the Parisian club offered a meager 40 million euros. PSG's owners investing a large sum of 85 million euros for renovations in the stadium in 2016 is one of the reasons given for the smaller offer. The difference in the current valuation of the Parc de France has also seen club president Nasser Al-Khelaifi contemplate moving the club to another stadium. PSG could buy Stade De France after Paris mayor blocks Parc de France sale. And now we're back in current time. Hidalgo, the mayor of Paris, talking to RFI. Following discussions for the sale of the Parc de France, PSG offered 38 million euros. It's a ridiculous amount. There may be a bluff or a misunderstanding of our democratic rules are. We will not sell the Parc. PSG will submit an official file tomorrow for the purchase of the Stade de France tomorrow. The second step, engaging much more with the interested candidates, and is expected to open in June with decisions expected in October, November. The city of Paris hopes that PSG will agree to discuss again regarding the Parc de France. However, from PSG, it is said that the club will only come back to negotiate a Parc de France sale and nothing else. This morning, PSG have officially submitted the file for the potential acquisition of the Stade de France. So, right here where it is, it's tough negotiations between Nasser Al-Khelaifi, the Paris Saint-Germain president, and Hidalgo, the mayor of Paris. Obviously, they would still want Paris Saint-Germain to play at the Parc. That is very obvious. Obviously, if we leave the Parc, that means it's a stadium that generates a lot of revenue. A lot of people come to it, tourists and everything. And all of this money, the mayor will lose. So they will have an empty stadium that nobody will use. Will Paris FC take over that place? And second of all, we will go and buy the Stade de France, which also means that we will generate revenue, I believe, from the national team games that will be played there when we are not playing. So the Stade de France is pretty much as the Wembley of France. Is where the national team plays, but Paris Saint-Germain are looking to buy it. But are they actually looking to buy it, or is this just stiff negotiations? Because as we saw, if something happens, it will be around October, November, so there's a still long time for that to happen. And the mayor of Paris wants Paris Saint-Germain to come back to the negotiations table, but Paris Saint-Germain have been very strict and very clear. We will only come back to negotiations table if there is a possibility of us buying the Parc de France. Paris Saint-Germain have been leasing the Parc de France for a very long time. They even had a current contract that ran until 2040. But they have invested a lot of money into the stadium, renovation, places, everything. And that's why Paris Saint-Germain, the Parc de France, has the highest revenue out of any stadium in the entirety of Europe. More than Camp Nou, more than Anfield, more than Old Trafford, more than Stamford Bridge, more than the Bernabeu, more than the Milan stadiums, more than the Allianz Arena, more than Allianz Stadium. So it's obvious that Nasser Al-Khelaifi wants to buy it so he gets complete revenue from the Parc de France, and as the report said, can put in 500 million to rebuild the stadium and make it better and more expensive, so Paris Saint-Germain can earn much more money. I believe that this situation, these stories will drag on for a very long time, but I actually believe Paris Saint-Germain will stay at the Parc de France. Obviously, it's a stadium filled of culture. We've done so many great stuff at this Parc de France. We would obviously want to stay. The ultras, the fans, everybody would love the club to stay, but it is very understanding from Nasser Al-Khelaifi and the Paris Saint-Germain's management a perspective to leave the Parc de France. But as I said, if I had to predict the outcome of all of this, I believe Paris Saint-Germain will stay at the Parc, and the mayor of Paris will have to give a price to PSG so we can buy the stadium. It's that simple. She's very cheap. She thinks she's smart, but Nasser is always one step ahead. He's looking at the Stade De France now as a possibility move, or even using the Stade De France in the moment to build a brand new stadium in Paris. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Paris Saint-Germain will stay at the Parc des Princes, or do you actually think that we will go to the Stade de France? Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, smash the like button, subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel, and as always, allez Paris!